scared, be scared, be scared, yeah, be scared, be scared, be scared, yeah.
Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome to another Fish Scale Official interview. Just introduce yourself, man.
My name is Marcel Cormier. I'm 24. I'm from Colorado. Do a streetwear brand called Righteous. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So just starting it off, just kind of go into your background, just tell people a little bit about yourself, just anything you want to share, whether it be like your interests or things like that.
Sure. I was born in Oklahoma, but we didn't really stay there too long. We ended up coming here to like Fort Carson, and we kind of like went between like here and like Michigan. But then we ended up coming here, and I've lived here like most of my life. Since pretty much like middle school, I was like wanting to make clothes pretty much, you know.
Right.
Like I was like already had that set, and but I didn't really start like finally like planning it out until like end of high school really, because that's when I was like, well, I was younger. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna really do that. But when I got older, I started like taking like certain classes in high school that taught me like more about business, and then I was like, all right, now I feel like I can like do it, you know. 2015, yeah, like 2015 is when I really started like putting out clothes. You know, it was under a different name, but I like changed it like a couple like years ago just because like we were like kind of a group, but like we weren't like really like we're not really doing group things now, so I just kind of wanted to just change it up a little bit, you know, so it like differentiated from like the like group designs that we made, you know,
Right.
and put out.
So at first it was Righteous Individuals, right?
Yeah.
Dope. Okay.
And it's not like nothing like bad happened, you know. It's just like, you know, like people just, you know, we're all just doing our own thing now,
Right.
you know.
I don't know, I feel like that happens a lot with like where they be like collectives or like
Yeah.
groups of people that get together young and then they all end up doing their own things that are like.
And it's not like we're all still friends, you know. Like,
right.
Some of us, you know, we see each other more, but like, you know, we're still friends. Like, I'm still, like, you know, I think everything's all good.
Right. Yeah,
But,
for sure. That's dope. Oh, sorry, go on.
yeah, I've kind of just been doing it by myself for like the past couple of years now, and I like recently put out some stuff. But I've kind of like, I don't know, been like a little like slower with my releases, especially like with now though, just like where everything's going on. Like, I haven't even really felt like putting anything out really.
Fair enough. So where did the idea kind of just first come from? Like, I know you said you kind of had the idea back in middle school. Is it the same idea of Righteous? Or did it kind of evolve?
No, like, yeah, it definitely like changed over time. Like, I just knew like I was like I want to like, you know, design clothes. I was like, but I don't know, like my designs really are like they're really like reflections of like things that I like, or you know, like really that's where I draw like a lot of inspiration from.
What was the point where you were like, okay, like, I need to do this for real, like, let's do it type thing? Because like you said, you were kind of thinking about it, and then at the end of high school, you were kind of just when you put it out. So what was that breaking point where you're like, all right, this is dope, I gotta put it out?
I think honestly when I came up with the original name, that's when like everything like started, like, you know, I was like, alright, I'm just gonna do this, you know. I started like drawing like all the designs, like trying to come up with logos, like drawing out what I wanted to make. I haven't really done that a lot recently just because like I have like a lot of designs like sorry. I like at one point I got like a lot of designs made and like just had them all just like stored up on like my MacBook. So kind of just been like messing around with all those logos I've had. But yeah, I just started off like I had notebooks, just drawing out anything I wanted to do, kind of like picking out colors, things like that. I'm sorry.
You're good. Is there any like specific color like schemes that like you really like try to go for, or is it kind of just like whatever? Each drop is different.
It just depends, you know. It's like certain things were just like flips of them, so of course they're like kind of like spot on. But other things were just like I don't know, just kind of like picking and choosing really, and like for example, like the Explorers Club long sleeve I did, like the yellow and red one. Those colors I just came from like reading a comic book, like a character from Teen Titans. Like, you know, it's like just like things like that are like, you know, I'll use for like inspiration, or like, oh yeah, just release inspiration.
Right. I really like the shirt that's like it's like pink almost, and then the Righteous is like a whole bunch of different colors. I think it's like mountain colors, like purple and blue, something like that. I don't know. I have it in my closet. I wear it all the time. I'm like, that shit's dope.
I'd have to see it low key. I was like, I'm just trying to think of like which one it is.
Right. I don't know. It was a while ago that I got it.
When did you get it?
It wasn't the I think it was right before the Explorers Club drop that I got it. It was the drop before that.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's like a coral shirt, like a pink
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah, exactly.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I haven't really used that one. It was just kind of like, it was low key a little expensive to make those ones, so I was just like.
Yeah, I know how it can be.
Yeah, it's kind of like this, you know, losses, like, you know, just like live and learn.
Right. Well, like, what was it about clothes that made you like you said you like always knew it was clothes. What was it about clothes? Because I don't know. I feel like when you're young, you kind of don't really. At least for me, like I just had no idea what I wanted to do with like my life. So, what you kind of look like, or sounds like you had a direction you wanted to go in. Like what?
I mean, really, it's just like it just stemmed from like really just. I always just like dressing up, you know.
Right.
Always like looking good. And then at one point I was like, you know, like what if I just made my own stuff, you know?
For sure.
Like that's really just where it came from. You know, like I just seen like there's like certain brands I grew up on, or I was like introduced to like through my dad. And like as I got older in like middle school, and like kind of just learning about other brands I liked. And then it just stemmed like, you know, just like make my own shit, you know.
Right. Well, what were those initial brands?
Okay. Hold on, I'm sorry. So it was like around like high school. It's like around like a lot of those friends I was like really interested in were Diamond Supply Company, LRG, Bathe and Ape, the Inner Boys Club, Ice Cream. There's some other ones. I just have to remember them.
Right.
Those are like the brands I was really like wearing a lot, but I was just really kind of like looking at like honestly I like every brand really.
Right.
Like this brand of Primitive. It's like another skateboarding brand. Shit, I think the Hundreds. Stussy. Some other ones I like think on it. They'll probably come to me later.
Right. I feel like my bad. Were you about to say?
I was just really like, I was like, you know, just looking like. I had the brands that I really liked, but I was really looking at like everything and seeing like all what, you know, seeing what trends were going on, like seeing what was happening around the time.
Right. I feel like with some brands, some of them like kind of catch a time and then. But they kind of burn out, and then some of them like are like super like have longevity.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, Diamond Supply Company. Like I feel like now they're not as popular, but like
they're not as popular, but like they're still like, you know, still a company, like people still buy it, you know.
Right. So like what
they I'm sorry, they had like that time, like it was when I was in high school, like everyone was wearing it, like, for real, like
that's what I'm saying.
Everybody. And I have at least one. I have like one diamond shirt.
Oh, bro, I have so many in my closet. But like, what would you say, like, makes Righteous like stand out and like have that more of a longevity? Because like you said, you've been doing it since 2015. It's like already been 5 years. You know, most of the businesses or brands like kind of die out by now. So, what would you say makes Righteous stand out and have that longevity versus I don't know some other ones maybe in your same lane?
else. I mean, like, I would just like to think, like, a lot of people really tell me, like, they like the colors that I use for my brand a lot. I would just think that and just some of the designs I use, you know? I don't even, it's like crazy to think how long I've been doing it for real, like, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, like, the designs, the colors, I think, just the way we promoted things, and like how many people we had involved at first, like really like, you know, like we just spread it around, like, you know, like originally, like it was mine, you know, but like we all just like were putting it out there and showing it to everyone, like, so I think that's like definitely one reason why it's still like so many people. Shit. I don't know, I think it's a hard question really to answer. Like, I think another thing with like longevity too is just like, it's not like I'm like super like a big brand or anything, but like I think it's just like this just drive to just keep on doing it, you know. It's another thing, like, just show people this is like, I'm not like trying to just do it like for like here and now, like I'm like actually trying to like do something, you know.
For sure.
This game, yeah, this game.